I'm going to make some money on this. All I need, Brad, is $10,000 to get things started, 50% down. I go, oh man, I can't give you 50% down. What happens if you go away or whatever? He goes, fine, Brad, just give me the amount for the materials. Well, how much the materials going to cost? $6,000. Okay, I can do this house, and this house. So I hired him for 3 houses. They were basically identical with the rehab that needed to be done to them. The construction needed to be done to them. The bids were exactly the same. He said 6,000, 6,000, 6,000 for the materials for each. I gave him 3 checks for 6,000 apiece for each property, $18,000. And I said, I'll meet you at the job to hand you the check so that I know you show up. So he showed up the very first day, him, his crew, everybody. On all 3 of these houses, they were right next to each other. Two were next door, and one was literally just down the road, like a block away. You could see the houses from each other. So I could see all of these construction projects. He shows up. I'll give you the check. That's why I wrote three checks. I give you the check for each house. His crews, he's got all these people showing up. Man, it looks like great. It looks like a real construction site. I hand him the checks. This is 8 o'clock in the morning. I go look at other houses, other deals that we're buying. I come back by about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Nobody's there. Not a soul. These houses were boarded up. They didn't even take the boarded up stuff off. Quite literally, I handed him the check. All these guys that are waiting around, gone. Nobody's there. Hey, Tony, what's going on? Where are you at? Oh, we'll be there tomorrow. I show up tomorrow. Not there. I'll be there the next day. Not there. Nobody's there, not there, boom, boom, boom. This goes on for about 2 weeks because here's what happens. When you don't follow these principles, you get held hostage by a contractor. Oh, it's terrible. You get held hostage by these guys. Eventually, I had to fire him. Hey, you're out. You owe me $18,000. Now, the one thing that I did, which was really smart, was I took a picture of his driver's license before I hired him. So I at least knew where he lived. I knew that kind of stuff. He's like, man, he had all these excuses. This guy died. Somehow one of these contractors, his buddy, the guy he's hiring, died between the time he showed up at 8 o'clock in the morning and 11 o'clock that first day. Just completely died, right? It's like, how does this happen? Now, it is in Memphis, Tennessee. There is some shootings going on. Maybe he got shot. I don't know. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. My project is not getting done. He had all these excuses. I said, I don't care about these excuses. You're going to sign a lien. I'm going to put a lien against your house. And he signed it. Isn't that crazy? I convinced him to do that. I can't believe he did it. So I put a lien against his personal house. I said, well, where's all the money? It's only been 2 weeks. That money is long gone. He spent it, all $18,000, couple of days. So I put a lien against his house. A couple years later, I got notice that he was being foreclosed by the bank. So the bank is foreclosing, and I go and, in fact, now that I'm thinking about it, the putting a lien against his house was his idea. That wasn't even my brilliant idea. I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I'll get the equity out of this guy's house. No, what eventually happened was the lender had a lien. He had a second loan against it, a HELOC. He had another person behind another. I was way in the back of the line. I was number 7 or 8 in the line. I'm like, I just lost my $18,000 because old Tony pulled one over on me. Had I just followed the very first piece of advice that I just gave you, no deposits, pay the vendor, none of this would have ever happened, because you can't go to the casino with 2x4s. You can go with cash that I give to him in the form of a deposit, which is likely what he did, went to the casino, blew it all, and now is playing catch up. Had I just paid for the material, I would have recognized that he had no intention of fixing up this house to begin with. He literally was just trying to get the deposits. Anyone who asks you for a deposit, you have to think in the back of your mind, this person is just going to take this check and run. Sorry, contractors, if you are hurt by the things that I'm saying. The people who are listening to this who run a contracting thing, I hope that you change the narrative. I hope that people trust you more than I've been burnt, and many other people have been burnt.